Hi everybody, I'm Rikki. I'm your Tuesday girl. I apologize for the late posting. We had some stuff to deal with yesterday, so we're a little bit late, but this is an open week, so I have chosen to ask my partner some questions. This is Jameson, and he's with us again this week. I just kind of want everybody to have their perspective on what he's going through. The first question I have is, how far along are you in your transition?
It's kind of a hard question to answer because I've been out to different people for different lengths of time. However, I'd say that I'm about a little bit over a year into my very public transition, I guess. The transition thus far for me has been social. So I've socially transitioned, for the most part, successfully with my friends, my family, my employers. I've lost some people along the way, and I think part of growth is, leaving what was and picking up what is. So I'm not necessarily having negative feelings about that because I'm going to be me, whether you want me to be or not. So yeah, I don't know, about a year. And then currently I'm about a month. I'm doing the therapy bit right now. So I'm probably about a month away from starting testosterone.
And what are you most afraid of in going through transition?
It's weird because I thought I'd have a lot of fears, and I really only have one big one, I guess, and it's not at all what I imagined it would be. And that would be privilege. It sounds weird to me to just have everyone I walk by on the street just perceive me as, just some normal average Joe, and not knowing the things I've been through in my life. And at the stage I'm at now, people of different identities or different backgrounds, I find that they're comfortable talking to me about what they're going through or approaching me or about, different kind of queer-centered issues. Which is cool, because as, a male, I still identify as queer. I'm pansexual and polyamorous, so what I'm most afraid of is the privilege, and I guess that I will deal with that more when I start testosterone and pass.
All right. So what keeps you going when things get difficult?
I really like music. My favorite band is Tool, so I listen to a shitload of Tool, and I get different stuff from that. I'm super outdoorsy. I like getting out with my dog, hiking, fishing, which we're having kind of a Minnesota summer, and by that I mean we wear shorts when it's 30 degrees, and we're pretty happy about that. So I'm looking forward to fishing opener in May, because I do that quite a bit, and yeah, just kind of keeping myself busy. And then I guess, sometimes just if I'm sitting around and I think of something that, gives me dysphoria or makes me feel, I just have to remind myself that the stage I'm in transition, is temporary, and that someday I won't have the feelings about things that I have now.
And how do you think you'll feel once your transition is complete?
I think I'll feel like myself, just happier. I guess I kind of answered it right there, is that I'll feel like myself. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, pre-T, there's times where I feel really lost because I know that my outward physical appearance does not match who I am inside. So I think I'll just feel like me and feel happy.
Is there anything else you want to add? Anything else you wanted to say?
Nope. You got any questions? Any more questions?
No, I don't have any more questions. These are some of the things that I think about, because I always try to tell him that we're going through this together. I know it's his journey, but I'm his partner, so I want to be a part of it as much as he wants me to be. And so sometimes it's hard to talk about difficult stuff, like the way you feel, and that's probably been one of our biggest issues, is being able to communicate how we feel. because I don't think, either one of us wants to hurt each other's feelings or put each other down in any way or make each other feel bad. And one of the things that I've noticed about his transition is that super sensitive to a lot of things. And we are the type of couple that give each other shit all the time. We're smartasses. We go back and forth. We have this little banter. And sometimes, if he's having a bad day, it's hard to know what to say. And, it's easy when you're in a situation like this to hurt somebody's feelings without intentionally hurting somebody's feelings. And so this channel has helped me a lot in seeing how other women are dealing with their partner's transitions and answering some of my questions. So I hope that this video helped answer some questions about what Jay and I are going through, because we're still pretty early as far as physical transition. A lot of the mental transition is already there, the coming out, everything. So now we're just trying to ease on into the physical part of it. And it's coming very soon. And so I think that those changes are going to be another difficult step for us.
And I think we kind of have an element of difficulty that others may not, in that we live in a small town. And so there is no real informed consent, and there's just a handful of therapists in the area that are even willing to see you about gender issues. And I think I'm on my second therapist that was willing to see me for a gender issue. And the one I'm speaking to now is actually the first one that, with our initial conversation, was okay with writing my letter, felt comfortable doing so. So I think right now some of the stuff that we're going through sometimes is that I'm a very impatient person. And
you have no idea.
So I'm very impatient.
No idea. This man is the most impatient person I have ever met in my life. He's like a 5-year-old kid waiting for Christmas. I want to open my presents and I want to open them now.
Yeah. So I just hate waiting. So I think it kind of puts me in a bad kind of mental headspace, knowing that I have to wait for this letter, so I can take the next step to being more myself. And I guess for me, part of that is it's really difficult seeing a white, straight, cisgender woman and having her decide my fate, and it's not that I dislike her, because she's fine enough, but I don't think that that's okay, because that person doesn't understand what I'm going through, and it's hard to explain that to somebody who's in charge of your fate. And sometimes I don't want to say too much, and I also don't want to say too little. So anyways, getting back to the point, I think waiting just really sucks because I'm super impatient.
Yeah, but...
And, another piece that I wanted to add is that, Rick has kids. Rick's a mom. She wants to fix everything. What can I do?
No idea what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, what can I do? How can I fix this? What do you need? What can I do to help? And it's hard to say, hey, I suck at waiting. I don't know, wait with me, or take a vacation and come back when I don't have to wait anymore. But it's hard for me to tell her, I like you being near me, being with me, but there is nothing that you can do that is going to make this period of time an easier time for me.
And that, as a fixer, is one of the hardest things to hear. It's very, very hard to watch your partner go through that every day. And so that's been a difficult thing for me, because he's right. I do want to fix everything. I want to make everything better. And when I can't, it kills me. So on top of watching him go through what he goes through, that kills me. And then not being able to do anything, it's like a murder-suicide, man. So I guess... communication. You have to talk. Talk to your partner. No matter how hard it is, no matter how shitty it is, no matter how difficult it is, you have to talk to your partner, because if you don't have that communication, it could screw everything up, And I really hope that you guys appreciate that Jameson is doing this with me. You know, it's hard for him to talk about his stuff, so it takes balls of steel to do this. And so I want to thank you for being able, you know, being willing to share this with me.
It's hard, but, you know, there's lots of YouTube videos by trans people, I guess, but I want people to hear what I have to say, and maybe somebody can take something from my experience. So, yeah, it's sometimes hard to share certain stuff, but I want to do it so that other people, you know, maybe they can look at this video and say, well, maybe it's not so bad, and maybe I can do what I need to do to be who I am. You know, if he can do it, I can do it. You know, so hopefully it can help somebody by sharing information and sharing what we go through and different parts of the process, and yeah. So I'm happy to share, but thanks.
I love you. So if you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, just comment. We're here. Thank you for watching our video, and I hope that somebody got something out of it. So thank you, and we'll see you next Tuesday.